Ghostbusters Afterlife just coming out, I think it's about time to stop and rank every single Ghostbusters film. And holy crap, that sounded like Sean Chandler. Jeez, that literally sounded exactly like Sean Chandler. Well, I guess for this video I'm doing a ranking, so I might as well become him. But I actually have not done a ranking on this channel since my cringy Star Wars ranking over a year ago. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed my Star Wars ranking. This is a fun video to make. Okay, that's enough cringe for me to handle today. But anyways, as we start to rank these Ghostbusters films, make sure you leave your ranking down in the comments below. There's the original, the sequel to the original, the new film Ghostbusters Afterlife, and of course, the Ghostbusters film where they win because they shoot the ghost in the crotch. Yeah, that exists. So how do these films compare? Stick around to see where they fall. So let's begin. Now, I know that this movie is very easy to crap on. Like I said, they win by shooting the ghost in the crotch. But I really feel like the main problem with this movie is the story, because it feels very unoriginal and never as captivating as the original film was. Even my hand movements are like Sean Chandler. No! Now, I know that this movie is going for that sweet female empowerment, and I think that is awesome. That being said, my favorite character is the only character who's not a woman. I really don't mean to sound sexist, but like, Chris Hemsworth is just running circles around the rest of this cast in this movie. But, to be fair, the women in this film can be funny. Sometimes. Also, while the new Ghostbusters team drives around in this movie, they play a new version of the Ghostbusters theme song. This one done by Fall Out Boy. And I'll be honest, I can't really explain why that's funny. It just is. How dare they let a band called Fall Out Boy write the song for the girl Ghostbusters? Sexism! Something positive, though, is that I actually really dig the designs and the styles of the ghost in this film. That misty blue color palette, I actually think looks really dope, and the action scenes are very fun. I also really love the development of the one girl who was bullied over her past paranormal experiences and how that drove her to become a Ghostbuster. I think that's great. But the only thing that bothers me is her scary story that she tells is so unbelievable, because if a ghost walked into her room, her dog would have alerted her by licking her fingers. If you don't get that joke, watch this video right here. That's your cue. That's Jake. Now he's a good boy. That's not Jake. Oh. Also, last thing, let's talk about the original team's cameos in this film. Now, I am perfectly fine with Dan's and Winston's. I think they're stupid, but I'm fine with the cameos. But I find Bill Murray's cameo borderline offensive. Like, they bring in Bill Murray, the like the most beloved Ghostbuster, and then they have the new team of Ghostbusters kill him. Movie, if you wanted us to like this new team of Ghostbusters, why would you make them kill everyone's favorite character? That is such a horrible idea. Fallout Boy. More like boy fallout window. Psh.
Hey, that man went out the wrong door.
Also, I am aware how cringy this is, but if you are enjoying the video, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe for more videos about movies and whatever else I want to talk about. If you subscribe, that is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Also, let's move on to the next film. Do you see why I asked you to subscribe before I showed you this placement? Because I knew that as soon as I said that the original Ghostbusters was in third place, I would get crucified. But ha! Now you're already subscribed, so you can't unsubscribe. Wait, you can unsubscribe? Please don't get confused and think that I hate this movie. I actually love this movie probably just as much as you do. I just happen to love the other films probably more than you do.
I am so personally sorry if I have disappointed you.
But I have yet to make a severe lapse in my judgment because this is my ranking. Wait a minute, I just said something divisive on my YouTube channel. Does this mean that I'm finally gonna get death threats? I am a real YouTuber. But also, take in mind, I saw all of the Ghostbusters films, except for Afterlife, obviously, in 2016. So it's not like I've grown up with this film. So that may impact my viewing of it. Obviously, the best thing about this film is Bill Murray. Ironically, he acts so dry and dead, yet he gives this film so much life. And that also plays into the insanely good cast chemistry in this film. The way each of the Ghostbusters gets to bounce off of each other is incredible. And it really helps you buy not only the friendship, but also the teamwork. Also, I know that everyone loves that classic Ghostbusters theme song, but let's not overlook the fantastic musical score in this film that always got stuck in my head. I mean, it's no Fall Out Boy, but it's still pretty good. Also, I love the route that they take to tell this story. They don't make the Ghostbusters some rich superheroes. No, they start them out dirt poor and we get to watch them rise up, and I love that. Also, I really enjoyed the biblical apocalypse themes in this film. It's not touched on too much, but I feel like it adds great layers to this finale. And when I went to go see Ghostbusters Afterlife and they revisited those themes, I was like, I like that in the first one, and it's in this one. Whoa! But I just feel like the way that they tie these biblical prophecies into this film is very interesting. You know, like how in Revelation 6:12 it says, the dead shall walk along with the giant marshmallow man. Speaking of which, actually, this film ends with 4 scientists on top of a hotel shooting laser beams at a giant marshmallow man. And somehow it just works. Overall, I just think this film is an absolute blast. And it is so much fun to talk about and quote, because there is an unbelievable amount of quotable lines in this film. But I'm aware that my placement of this film may be very divisive, so let's go ahead and move on before you unsubscribe. So I just saw this film yesterday, and this film really surprised me. I laughed, I cried, I busted. I'm realizing how weird that sounded. This movie really does feel the most different of any Ghostbusters film on this list. And that's why it is really hard to rank. Because, like, if you wanted to watch just a straight comedy, I would definitely prefer the first film over this one. But while this one feels so different, to me, it's in a good way. Also, I really loved the new cast of characters in this film. McKenna Grace and her dad jokes are so funny. They remind me of my horrible jokes, and I liked that. But all the rest of the characters are great too, and you can tell that the writers are confident in that, because even when they bring back the legacy characters, they still make the new team the focus. And you can tell this movie wasn't written by the 2016 Ghostbusters writers, because if it was, when McKenna Grace saw the original Ghostbusters show back up, she would have pointed her proton pack and burned them to death. And then cracked a joke about it. I just really appreciated the way the old cast was incorporated into this film. And maybe I wanted to see just a little more of them. But still, seeing them working together and cracking jokes again was really awesome. But you know, if the 2016 film had a reworking of the original theme song but done by Fall Out Boy, then what Ghostbusters Afterlife should have done is given it a now 2021 revamp, you know? By Cardi B. Also, this film had that perfect balance of comedy and horror. But this film somehow just perfectly walked that tightrope and really mastered the tone. And the thing that really made me fall in love with this film is how it tributed Harold Ramis. The way this film built on his character and the way that he was incorporated into the finale was like beyond beautiful and super touching. And I'm not afraid to admit it. It made me tear up a little bit. Overall, I just loved how this film paid tribute to the original, but also expanded on it and made something super fresh, new, and fun. And I really hope this new film does well, because I would love to see more from these characters. If you have not seen the film, see the film. But coming in at first place is my Sean Chandler impression. That was really good. But seriously, coming in at first place is Ghostbusters 2. I know you're probably shocked and appalled and other adjectives to see this film so high on my list. Number 1, in fact. Look, I know that this film is kind of a hated sequel, but I'll be honest, I've just always loved this film, and please give me a chance to explain why I love it before you unsubscribe. Again, seriously, how many times have you unsubscribed in this video? First off, I think this film has a way better villain in Vigo. Because while Zool is creepy, mainly because she's a woman, ayo, not sexist, remember? But I just feel like Zool has no screen time to really develop. Meanwhile, Vigo has plenty of chances to show that he is scary and intimidating, and a real threat to the Ghostbusters, which is why I think he makes for a better villain. Also, I find this film way more emotional than the first film. Seeing Venkman try to rebuild his relationship with Dana and also trying to be a new father to Isaac, I think is super compelling and more emotional than anything in the first film. And combining these two positives, when Venkman stands up to that scary villain to try to save Isaac at the end with every last bit of power he has, I think that's terrific. I will say though, Bill Murray definitely has a way with children, because you could probably make like a 10-minute Snyder cut of just Bill Murray bullying children in this movie.
Well, he's ugly. He's not attractive. Was his father ugly? And he stinks.
Also, the courtroom scene is a masterpiece. I said it. Rick Moranis as the lawyer is the funniest thing since when Michael Keaton said, "These aren't flapjacks, they're distract jacks," in the award-winning film Playing with Fire. Then on my script on my iPad, it is autocorrected Rick Moranis to say Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis. Interesting. Also, Egon gets his best line of the whole series, in my opinion. I love it when he looks at the judge and says, "Why don't you just tell him you don't believe in ghosts?" That's comedy gold! Also, making the ghost people that the court has sentenced to death coming back to haunt them. Like, come on, that's so creative. Y'all are sleeping on this film, okay? Y'all are sleeping on this film. It is great. Also, this film builds on the little bit of horror in the first one, but it makes it way better. Like, this one has frickin' heads on a stick, and like frickin' slime coming out of a tub, and other frickin' scary stuff. But when they defeat the villain, they put this filter over his face as he's dying, and it's straight up just a photo booth filter. Like, come on, Ghostbusters, come on. You can do better than this, come on. Please, before you leave this video, remember that I actually love all of these films, except for the girl one. That one's just okay, I'm sorry. And I promise that my ranking isn't meant to upset anyone, and I hope that we can pleasantly disagree, and we can have a discussion in the comments section when you leave your own ranking of the films down there. Do that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope that you guys have a wait. Who put that there? Sorry, someone is promoting the cringy Star Wars ranking video. YouTube, take that down. Take that down. Watch this video. Watch this video. This video is so cringe. Don't watch this video. It is so cringe. Watch this one. Really? You're not gonna listen to me? You're gonna click the cringy one? No, but this one's better. What is wrong with you?